I've picked up a mini disc from eBay. I paid £10 for this. It's the Sony Walkman version, model MZ-E310, and it's obviously faulty, but it comes boxed and it was only £10. So the fault is it doesn't read the CD. The CD. Is it the CD? No, it's a mini disc. It's like a CD. It doesn't pick up the disc when you go from track to track. It's a plastic version model, so I think it's quite a cheap one. It's very lightweight. It's even lighter with the battery out. How do you get in? That's it. I never had one of these when I was a kid. So it does come on. As you can see there, it's struggling to pick up the tracks. Sometimes it picks them up, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm hoping to open it up and give it a clean out. Stop. And I'm hoping to get it working. Whoops. And I'm hoping to get it working. So hopefully, like I say, a clean will do the trick. Because I don't know anything about them. So I'm hoping for an easy fix. The battery connectors, no, you're not going to focus, are brand new. It doesn't even look like it's being used. None of the edges are damaged in any way. So the only person who's going to break it is myself. So I need a couple of little screwdriver bits. This is where I break it. There's nothing in there. I wonder if there's a screw inside. It's just sticking on this top corner. Oh, hang on. There we go. And I didn't even break anything. Well, I was hoping to be able to see some of the things I have to grease up, but nothing. So where's the mechanism to open the door? There it is. Still can't see anything. I'm going to have to take this back panel off, this circuit board out. It's got a couple of screws, a couple of ribbon cables. I hate ribbon cables. There we go. And I've got arrows to 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Right, what's behind here? Oh, I've got another ribbon cable. Just there. Right, that's out. It's quite a nice little board. And what we've got left. Right, we'll have a look underneath the microscope and see if there's any bits of dirt or anything on these tracks. I've got some silicone grease to re-grease everything. I'm hoping to find a little bit of... It's clean as a whistle. I'm hoping to find something that explains why it's not reading the disc very well. You can see where the old grease has been. It's dried up. But it's quite clean and dust free looking. The laser's in there. I don't know if I want to go to the trouble of taking the laser, taking the door off. I might have to take the door panel off. See if I can get to the laser. There's the cogs moving. Move these cogs. So I think I'll just put a bit of lithium grease on here and put it back together and see if that's done the trick. I might get lucky. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, so don't follow my instructions. It seems like a sensible thing to do. You don't want too much on though. We'll put a bit of IPA on these ribbon cables before we put it back together. That's got to go into there. So that must go up to that one. I think that's in. Famous last words. I think that's right. Let's get this in underneath there. Oh, that went in nice. There we go. I should be able to try this without putting the back on. This has been sitting since 2022, waiting to be looked at. I'm trying to go through some of the older stuff that I've got, rather than buy some new faulty stuff. Okay, there's the button. Try a disc. Right, well it has came up. And it switched itself off. Is that a low battery? I don't think so. I'll try a different battery. Oh, that came up much quicker. So it's playing a track. Track 2. See, it's not finding the start of track 2. You can see it's stuck on 0, 0, 0. So can I take this door off Or can I take the front? I think that might be the ribbon cable for the door. So I might be able to take the front of this door off. So we'll do that. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about springs. That spring goes in there. And that can get to the laser. So there's the laser, which looks nice and clean, unfortunately. Right, so I've cleaned the laser, as you've just seen. I don't have to repeat myself. There's that spring. Oh no, the spring's just sprung. I think I'll be best off putting these 2 screws back in and then figure out where that spring goes. Right, that's on. So it goes in there somehow. I'm going to have a look at the video and come back. So the spring goes on like that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see if that's fixed it up. I have my doubts because it's in such a good, clean condition. Right, sound 2. 60 minutes, 30 tracks, 13 tracks. Ah, it's playing there. So it's playing track 1. It's not playing track 2. Or track 3. So I'm still none the wiser. And it's still not working. Bloody thing. I'm going to give it a blowout with some canned air. Okay. I'm not convinced it's going to work, but I thought I would give it a shot. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Playing track 1. Track 2. Nothing. Unfortunately, I've only got 1 mini disc, so I cannot test a different disc. Let's see what the seller said what was wrong with this. It's been that long I cannot see. But I paid £9.49. Nice one. Now I've had it playing. It does play audio. So I'm assuming it's a mechanical fault. Of course the laser could have just worn out. I'm just looking at this. This is the back of the laser. But it looks like the part that I've just cleaned at the front might be just a lens. Because there's the lens. And then I think there's a little mirror here. And then I think the real laser is there. So I think that shines up, hits the mirror, and then goes through the lens at the front there. I wonder if I'm right. So I'm wondering if there's something in there. If I put a bit of IPA and flood that with IPA, perhaps there's something stuck on the back of the lens. I'm wondering if that's the laser. And I'm wondering if it bounces off a mirror here and then shine through there. This part looks replaceable. Whether or not it's worthwhile doing it, so I might be doing a daft thing here. I'm just going to flood that with some IPA because I've kind of run out of ideas other than replace the whole thing. So we'll put it back together, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to go online and do some proper research, which is probably what I should have done before I started, but it wouldn't be as much fun then, would it? Windows. One. Two. Sony ribbon cables are a lot nicer than Nintendo ribbon cables. Right, last chance, because I'm out of ideas. Oh, no disc. It could be the IPA. It's still a bit wet. No disc. I've broke it. I'll give it a blast with some A and see if that dries up the IPA. Right. I haven't put the battery in. Well, I think I've broke it. Oh no. I've broken it worse. I've made it worse. Well, I've put the ribbon cables in. The only thing I've done is flooded that. No disc. So there you go. Do not flood your mini Discman laser with IPA, because you'll break it. So now I might be forced to see if I can find a replacement laser. In my defence, it wasn't working in the first place. Let's have a look. The IPA is still on there. Cotton buds are going to be too big to go in. I can definitely see some liquid. I'll give it a shake. The liquid's still there. I'm going to have to wait for that to dry up and then try it again. I could put my heat, there you go, it's moving around. I could put my hot air gun on it. That would probably damage whatever I've done, even make it worse. I'll give it half an hour and I'll come back and I'll see if it's any better. It's been a while. There you go, there's still some IPA. Hasn't evaporated from the lens yet, or whatever the component is. So I'm just going to warm it up with the hot air gun. I've got it set at 100, just to see if I can speed this process up. So of course at this point in the video, all I would be happy with is getting it back together and it being able to register a disc. I think dripping IPA on there was a bit of a silly idea. Right, here goes. No disc. Oh dear me. No disc. Well, I've definitely bought that. Well, you'll never guess what. After leaving this for a bit, watch what happens. No disc. Yep. I've taken a laser that's about to die and I've totally killed it. Having a look around the internet, well, YouTube and a bit of Reddit, it seems I was destined to fail buying a mini disc player with a faulty laser. You can't replace them. Well, you can't repair them, and replacements are too hard to find. So it looks like this one was dead even before I first started. So my advice to anyone thinking about buying a mini disc player, don't bother. Not unless it's one of those ones that just won't switch on. This one's going to have to sit in a cupboard, and you never know, I might come across another model in poor condition and I might be able to take a laser and get that one working. But that's it for today. If you've got any recommendations on what to do with this, please let us know in the comment section, and I hope to see you in the next one.